All right, now we are on live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Today is gonna be a immersion, one-on-one, like with me and Rodrigo. And this opportunity, being in Talk Talk, it's an opportunity to develop our skills in another language. This immersion is gonna be involving the topic, the central topic. Don't worry, be happy. Talk about the happiness and things related about that and talk a little bit about TalkTalk, just to explanation a little bit. TalkTalk is a platform to improve the fluency in other languages. Here we can improve English, Spanish, Italian, Mandarin, German, and French. And this is a good opportunity to improve our listening, our speaking, our skills to absorb new ideas, explore a new vocabulary. And in the talk, you can make mistakes because it's a safe environment to practice that. And in the talk, we have some ritual in the beginning of our immersions, and that ritual based on introduce yourselves, like for our brain start to warm and understand we are gonna to speak in another language. So, Rodrigo, could you start please introducing yourself?
Sir, hi, I am Rodrigo. I am 39 years old. I have been living in Franca, a small town in the countryside in São Paulo State, near Ribeirão Preto. And I have been married and we have two daughters. I have been working as a data engineer, IT, and I have been on the TalkNTalk platform since August 2024. In the next month, I start my journey in the host. I think a lot about this, but I think in this good journey because improve my English and other skills, and I think that's it.
Thanks for. I don't know. It's a new for me knowing you are being a host. What's your schedule for your immersions?
The Sunday 9 a.m.
All right. For me, this unfortunately in the morning is a little difficult, but if I had the opportunity, I will participate.
Okay, I intend in the making the other schedules in the other days, but in the first moments I intend in the one day I have more time. For example, Sunday I have more time, because I think in the first immersions I try to improve a lot of thinkings for the Zoom, for the YouTube, and they learn a lot of thinkings. But before, after this, I intend in the open other schedules in the other days.
Nice. That's the feeling. All right, Brizola. Good evening. How you doing, man?
Olá, olá. Oh, God. Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine too. We're just starting, like introducing yourselves. Could you
Yeah,
introduce yourself, please?
yeah, of course. Hello, guys. Again, my name is Lucas Brizola. I am 29 years old and I live in Sorocaba city in the countryside of São Paulo. I am single and I have a dog named Mel. She are right Shih Tzu, it black spot our whole body, and she is smiler than a bag of rice. I enjoy cooking, especially coming up with new dishes. My specialty is make sweet, but I cook a bit of everything. My favorite food is lasagna, and I addicted to ice cream. I love ice cream. My favorite flavors are raisin, and the corn. In my free time, I like to read, watch movies and series at the home and listen to music. I went with eclectic. I listen to everything from techno brega to rock. I also enjoy doing different things like going to water parks and taking short or long trips whenever possible. On weekends, I prefer quick activities such as going to mall, visit friends, a cinema, and eating. I will be working in recruitment and selection. Over 13 years, 7 years focused in recruitment professional technology as a tech recruiter. I started my journal at TALKNTALK in February this year, and today not. uh, and in my opinion, I will be making great progress, and I remain focused in my goal. No hashtag fluent English. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Brizola, for you introduce yourself. All right, guys, now it's my turn. My name is Pedro. I am 25 years old. On the next month, I will complete 26 years. I feel a little old with back pants, but things like that. But I believe like it's a real good opportunity to have been here in Talk Talk to improve my English skills. Like Brizola said about hashtag fluency English, and I was talking with Rodrigo Brizola, and I am saying like I will travel tomorrow. I'm a little excited, and other thing I believe like is gonna be a real interest because it is not a trip abroad, but it's for some city that I know had a lot of people from other countries, and I believe like I will try to improve my English skills with the other with native ones. That is gonna be a real different because I remember the first time I had the opportunity to talk with a native, and I totally don't I don't formulate any phrase like correctly, and now I feel more confident about myself about that skill, and I believe like that's gonna be a real interesting experience. And I believe in next immersion, I want to share with you like how was the experience, and that is, guys. Let's go for the questions. So I will read the first one. What does happiness means to you on the regular day? All right, guys. Like I said before, I'm happy because I will travel and things like that. But in this moment, it's usual like you have to feel happy. But on the regular day, it's a feeling that sometimes we forgot like that feeling, like be happy and be grateful about life, about the things you conquest. And in my belief, like the happening, the feeling of happy in a regular day, uh we can uh we can feel that like with the small things, like with the sometimes it's more ordinary things, like for example uh have smile and the talk with other peoples. I believe like the happy in the regular day was in that things, like the simple ones. That's my opinion. Now how about you, Rodrigo? What do you feel about that?
For me, is simple things too. I agree with you. I work at home. Great because is I working near to my daughters. My old daughters. I stay with me in the morning and in the afternoon. My old daughters go to the school, and in this time, I see my specific things with my daughters. For example, the breakfast, the homework, and the other things. Okay, I am working, I stay in the meeting, other things, but when I go to the kitchen for the put the water, the other things, I have opportunities for to see my daughters, the the talk with him, and the play the simple things too. I consider the happy person because I happy no joke person because I like him to play with my daughters in the simple things. And this specific things is for me is a help me stay more happy every single day. For me, the simple thinking is more important for the big thinkings. For example, the travel or the good cars or the good cars, no, the expensive cars or expensive thinkings, I think. That's it, guys.
Interesting. Thank you, Rodrigo. And how about you, Brizola?
For me, happiness on a regular day means feeling calm in the present. It's having a moment of peace, maybe with a cup, cup of coffee, doing something I enjoy, or just knowing that I am doing my best in my life, in my work. That's it.
Thank you, Brizola. Let's continue. Could you read the next one, Brizola, and answer the number 2?
Yeah. Do you think it's possible to be happy even when life is the perfect? For me, yes, absolutely. Life is never perfect, but we can still find the happiness in small moment. It's all about perspective and the appreciating what we do have. For example, when I can speak English fluently while immersion, I feel very, very happy. That's it.
Yes, return about the other thing, like being happy with small things. Continue, Rodrigo. What do you feel about that? You have a perfect life?
No, I don't. I don't believe in the perfect life. I don't. I think the life is perfect. Is perfect with the a lot of answers too. It's a good questions because I stopping for the 10 seconds and remember my past, specific time when I start in teenager or adult life. I don't have the good life, but I don't have maturity for the manage this. And I stay revolt, angry, other things, but I think the happiness is choose because it's okay. I have a lot of goals in my life. I have a lot of issues in my life too, but specific things don't stop me in the stay happy. Don't stop me in the sea. A lot of good thinkings in near to me. My family, my working, my friends, and a lot of things. I I I I have a um, one thing is when I when I begin in this strokes don't feel better in my mind. For example, when I start in the reclamation and the other things in my mind, I stop and thinking, okay, your life is not so good. Yes, not so good. Okay. And the persons don't have the food for the eat, and the persons for the Ukraine and don't have the house because this um, other countries is try to war with my country, and I don't have house, I don't have security. Uh, a lot of persons in the world don't have the water, don't have the other thinkings, and I think is I stay more I don't know this word in English, but uh, agradecido because I have the health, and I have the good working, I have the a lot of thinkings, good thinkings. I don't I don't stay every single time happy because I don't believe this is possible, but I control better my mind, but don't stay and the bad things in my mind. Don't put the bad things in my mind, because my life is not perfect, but is so good. That's it, guys.
Thank you for your answer. My answer will be some line about what you think. What do you say about material ones? Because sometimes we just compare our life like with more richer persons and things like that, and we believe like the other people that just share on the social media or things like that had the perfect life in our opinions. But what they share is just a micro part of their all our lives. So I don't agree like he had a perfect life. Like for example, I had a perfect job. I earned the money that I really want. My family don't have like some moments we discuss and things like that. I believe like we are it's a normal, and we have to accept more that like just don't we just have to don't compare with the other ones. And yeah, interesting thing that you said before, and yeah, I totally agree, because sometimes we say about like we think our lives isn't good, but when you compare the other ones, like just not compare like for example, the more richer people and things like that, we can perceive like how much blessed we are about like the the things we achieved, the moment of the life we are living, and with that we can like be more satisfied about the life. Like, all right, I don't have like everything that I want, but I had the health, I have the friends, I had this opportunity to improve in another language. It's a is an opportunity that not everybody had. So with that, I believe like it's more easier to accept that things like understand that the bad moments will gonna happen, and it's a totally normal. And we can with these difficulties of our lives, we can pass that and be more resilient about the things. That's my opinion, guys. Rodrigo, your turn. Number 3. If you want to say other thing, you go ahead too.
Okay, I choose the other question because number 3, I, I think in this I answered. Okay, I think in this question number 9. Do you believe in comparing yourself to others make it harder to feel satisfied with your own life? This is a good question because this I reflect in 10 seconds too about this. I believe this comparing is wrong thinking because okay, Lucas have more money that's me. I have a good car and good working, gain in dollar, travel around the world. Okay, but inspiration is, I think, better. For example, I think in this life in the Lucas is good, and I try to make him, and I try to see the thinkings the Lucas do, and I try to think in my life too. For example, when I have teenager, I, uh, I don't have near to me and the good, I think, inspiration peoples. Because this I live in the I don't know this word in the English, but my neighbors is equals favela. And the Danish peoples, and I don't see um, good opportunities, I think. And I don't make in my mind for Rodrigo is possible working as IT, for example. Rodrigo is impossible have the my house when I have now. It's impossible in this time. But when I working and I talking with other persons and other persons is show with me this opportunity in my life. Okay, I can see this opportunity when I have 26 age, 26 years old, and I'm my maturity person. I think if I see this opportunity in this time, it's open a lot of doors with my life, a lot of opportunities. I think in this inspiration compare with inspiration is a better because is if you don't know about this, you don't making, don't working, you don't put in the target because this don't do you you don't have knowledge about this. I think in this comparison for the social media, for example, the all these peoples have, I don't have is wrong in things, but inspiration is a better. That's it, guys. You're on mute.
Sorry, guys. I just checking like what guy the Zoom are. But it's a thing that I didn't think about, like Rodrigo said about like have the points of view, have the looking like in spiritual ones, and I totally agree with that because sometimes we just compare and just looking for like how the people are like nowadays, but we didn't check like how the history are these people past. And I know some histories that if you just saw like the people, the position they are nowadays, we believe like, oh, these people born in a gold crib, I believe it's crib is person, or things like that, like just, oh, their parent is try to put more effort on them and things like that. But when we saw like the real history, it's totally difficult. It's totally different. Like the people, the person past difficulties, he can like make it as some way a rupture the system, like the most common ways that the people could pass the trail, like a different ones, and with that they conquist the other things. I believe like it's a really important, like when we judge other people, like not just do that because I believe like that's totally wrong, but if you will do that, like, all right, if I will judge you, but I get know, like I have to get know like our story, like why you do some things, and with that, like I believe like it's a real good, like having the spiritual way for other people. But when we just compare, like for example, I saw a friend of mine buy a new car, for example, and we just compare like, oh my god, he's spending a lot of money in that. I believe like they don't have like this all money, and try to do then just compare her life, so, like oh, they buy other thing and I want to buy but I can't do that, like yeah, some way like of jealous or things like that. I believe like when we have like this looking for the other people with that, I believe like that could be harder like to find the happy in our lives because we just compare with other things the other ones achieve it, and we have to compare like our lives with our past, with our history, and get better day by day. I believe like when we compare about ourselves, like what I was yesterday and what I am doing to improve it now in the present, and how I will going to be in the future. I believe like that's a good exercise too. Your turn, Brizola.
Whoa, such a complete answer, Pedro e Rodrigo. I am even embarrassed to answer. Yeah. For me, guys, yes, definitely. when we compare, we usually focus on other people's best moments and forget that we all have struggle. In my opinion, it's better to compare yourself with your past self instead. Instead, instead. Yeah, that's it.
One point about the questions. I I think in the last month, I consider I'm hating social media. I'm hating when the person show your daily life because this I think, oh, why do a person they show your car, your daily life, your career? I think it is I don't like this, but I participate in the training in my company about the black persons and the hosts for the training talking about this importance for the black persons share your history other black persons because these have a lot of persons in the Brazil and the black person the group of minorities the women the LGBT persons don't see these opportunities in your life is important. Other persons showing your career, your goals in your life, because this, for example, I don't think in this forms. I think in this. I don't share my life because this I'm hating share my life, but after this meeting, the persons talk about this. I change my mind because it's important. I share my experience. I share my work life because these other persons that in specific situation don't see this opportunity. Oh, is working in IT is impossible for me because I live in the favela, I live in the other, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have other things. No, it's possible. I changed my mind because this, I don't see this forms. In this meeting, specific meeting, the train, the host is showing importance for the showing your your career, your life because this. Sorry, guys. I think it is important.
Don't worry, it's a totally interesting because I like to share like my experience on Instagram and other things. Nowadays, I believe like I had the Instagram, but I didn't use too much, and I have the WhatsApp because it's essential for Brazilian people. And the but it's important like sharing your important life and had the some way like inspiration for other ones. I believe like it's totally necessary too. I really like to follow some people that you perceive like have an inspiration life, have like good messages. But in my opinion, I like to balance. Like, I don't like too much the people like expose like all your life. Like, I mean, eating something because for me it's like a kind of exaggeration. But it's my opinion. I know some people like to watch like all the life of the other ones. Like, BBB. But I don't like to share and I don't like to follow like this type of content. But it's my own opinion. Brizola, choose your question and go on.
Yeah. Uh, 1 second, please. Um, I love it. Question. Sorry, I don't know in English. 12 é 11?
11.
11, sorry, 11. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's feeling down, what would it be? I would say don't be afraid to ask for help and remember that feelings are temporary. Temporary. I don't know pronunciation. Things can and will get better. That's it.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Lucas. Ask for help is something really important because sometimes like our I forgot this word even in Portuguese. Oh my god, our ego, our ego is like too high, and we can't just accept like I need someone to help me pass the situation because I don't know, we pass too much things, né? All right. So it's important to recognize that like I need help and ask help, even when you feel in a doubt. Because if you sometimes when you are struggle like now it's like real difficult like you get out of the situation by yourself. I like your advice. Thank you, Lucas. How about you, Rodrigo? Coach time.
Yeah, I don't know this advice because I think it depends situation, depends person. For example, I remember when in the last years I work in the office, but in the some days I go to the office, and on one days I I I put in the Uber and the specific drive for the Uber, the man. And I think it is this specific man has 36 years old and showing I don't know, my name in my position for my crachá and you work in IT is good because in the past I have opportunity for study, but I don't have intelligence for this and the other thinkings about the opportunities. I don't have time. And this specific situation, my device is reflecting for the man. For example, I making the questions for him. Okay, you are get up in at oh I don't know remember this making the phrase what time or get up. The man is get up 5 in 30 minutes. I am and me too. I compare. Okay, you get up for the go to the drive and the go to the drive for the Uber, and I get up for the student. Choose your difficult. My difficult is get up for the student. Your difficult is get up for the driver. You and me is equal, but I choose different for you. I work is when I when I started when I guys after 2011 years I work in the residential painter. I don't work in the IT. I don't have a good opportunity in my life. My dad is no the rich man, and I don't get never. But I try. I try to make and then moving specific things in my life and specific doors it open. It's difficult, but it's possible. I see the face in this specific man, it's possible for me, and I share my WhatsApp for the man, and I share a lot of things for the student, because this is possible in the working. In my team has one Venezuelan peoples. He has I think in I don't know this word. Esqueci esse nome em inglês. Mais de 50 anos and work in IT. Is a junior. Is okay. Is a possible. But is it choose? Choose have the pay. Simple. I like the situation because I have opportunities for the inspiration of other persons for the maintain your goals and your dreams. But I think in this advice is depends on situation for the situation. Have situation I thinking get all your ass and go ahead. Levanta sua bunda e vai. Other situations don't possible this. That's it, guys.
Yes, Rodrigo, I totally agree with you. I believe some situations we have to be more, try to be more empathy with the situation, because sometimes we just want to say like the people, oh, you have a good life. I don't know why you are put down and things like that. I don't know why you are sad, but you have to be more empathy about the situation, like to put in the other place. But other times you have to be more rigorous. I don't know if it's gonna be like the perfect word, but you have to put like just put more energy of the people, and the people will gonna understand like, yes, I have a good conditions and I could get out of this situation. But as some advice like it's relate about Lucas said about get help is about like friendships. Having a good friendships with you, like real ones that you could support you in the bad things and can go with you and be happy like in the good things, in the good moments. And with that, I believe like we are more strong when you are with the other ones. I believe like it's so much harder when you are alone and try to be totally happy, or when you are totally sad. I believe when we have friends and try to have a support, you don't need like too much friends. You have if you had the one or two or three, however, how much friends you are. But when you have a good support that make the life more easier, and you can be a support, and sometimes you can other people can support you too. That's my opinion, guys. All right, I will choose another one. Number 8. How do you personally deal with negative thoughts or situations that you are out of your control? All right, for me, it's a real difficult sometimes when we had bad feelings, when you just focus on the bad ones. And for me, some way by myself that I want to try when I had some bad things, and with that, I try to focus on the good things. Like don't make don't put my mind in some way like they just had to things in the bad ones. I try to focus on good things. I try to sometimes get help with my family. Try to call with my mother, with my father, with my brother, with some friends. And with that, I even like they are don't make some conseils of for me like how I get the situations. Just the feeling like try to have a conversation with the other ones for me uh help me like get out the situations. Other thing that I'm trying to do about like don't make some space in my mind to get in some bad feelings. I'm trying to work out that too, because when you put your mind and your body for work, it's a goodie for make your mind and your body exercise. It's really important not to be just stop just doing more mental things. It's important to like activity, specifically for me, because when I get know about like how my body works, I perceive like yes, I have too much energy and I have to put that out. Because if I don't do that, maybe I don't know what gonna happen. So I prefer don't discover that. Right, Rodrigo, what is your opinion about that, the number 8?
Um, I think in this during my life, I I managing these negative tropes in the different forms. When I when I have negative forms for the working, I I think in this I control better because this when I see my throat is more negative or anxious, high, I have the I have the some things I do in these times. For example, go out, run, and put the music in my headphone, and the and they control more, they control better for the negative tropes for my work is for the situation. But I have difficult to control uh, negative tropes about my family. And my anxious is more bigger, and I try to other forms. And I started to reading the books. Um, his name is Positive Intelligence, and I in these specific books has lots of thinkings for the control your your negative tropes and the other tropes too. And I put in the my daily routine some thinkings for control my answer and the other negative tropes. And I surprised because this okay, I started in the last month and I I stay in the beginning in the books, but I see the powerful for the simple things in control your answer, your tropes in other your actions for situations. I like this book. Okay, I start in the last months, but I see the other tools. I see the other tools and they help me control my my deep anxious for my family, other things. I recommend, guys.
Oh, I used to heard about this book, and I believe like I will put on my list to read. Nowadays, I
Great
had
book.
to read other so much things, and I don't know how I can start because just in skip a little bit about the topic, but it's harder for me because when I got to this new routine to live by myself and different working on site, for me put some regular things on my routine that could be a real challenge. The only thing that I could keep and maintain is talking because it really it's so much harder for me like keep like oh I will read 10 pages once per day or things like that. For me, when I perceive I have to clean my house, I have to do other things, I have to uh, work out and things like that. But I with this phrase, I will put on my next topic like something like some helps, like to try to keep it some habit because I believe like it's real important. Lucas, you already answered this question. I don't remember. Sorry, guy. The number 8.
8. Yeah, no answer. Uh,
Go ahead.
for me, I try to accept that I can't control everything. I focus on what I can do and try to leave the rest aside. Uh, Talking to someone I trust also helps a lot. Um, for example, uh, a current example that I facing uh, as much as English is important for my group, negative pensamentos negativos, like you won't make it, you don't have time, you need to work, not study, among others. They're estão me rondando, sabe? It's daily struggle because pensamentos take away my enthusiasm or desire for everything. I try to talk to fellow, oh god, eu não pronunciei ainda, psicólogos, colegas psicólogos, people here at Talk. It's complicated, but I keep trying. That's it.
Yes, totally necessary when you need to talk to some professionals from this area, because sometimes it's like I said before, it's hard to get away from some situations, and when we have some help, principal when you have professional ones, it's make the things easier. I use that tools with that professionals, and I totally agree that's totally necessary. Principal on your in these ages, is important. Like keep your mental real health. Yes, guys, I believe we have here just time for once more. And all right, I will choose the number 6. How can we balance being responsible and not letting the pressure steal our happiness? And these questions is gonna first for you, Lucas. How do you believe it's possible balancing responsibility and the pressure and the things like that?
I think balance it's key. Uh, it's good to plan so we have direction, but we shouldn't forget to enjoy the moment. Life happens now, not just in the future. That's it.
Go ahead, Rodrigo.
Okay. I don't believe the happiness, the life happiness is every single time, and I don't believe the balancing, life balancing is every single time. Because it's in part time in your life, you're paying attention for your family, in your working, in your studying, in other things. I think this control the situation. For example, in part of your life, you are put attention for a student, but control other parts in your life. I believe in persons don't stay or don't pay attention a lot of energy in the in one subject, in one situation. For example, I stay my mind in the working, and I don't careful. I don't pay attention for my family. I don't pay attention for my mental health. Is I'm hating this, but in specific time for your life, you're paying more attention in your work or in your other things. But your needs, your wants, exercise your body, pay attention your mental health and the other things. I believe this, guys.
Yes, I agree with you about the balance. Balance is the key about everything, in my opinion. Try to balance family, the effort you put in for your family, for your religion, and for work, and for everything. Like it's a totally necessary how you can balance it. Sometimes it's difficult because sometimes we have to put more effort because it's necessary. Like for if you want to study or passing a concours, with that you have to put more energy in that. It's if you don't do that, your goal will not achieve it. So with that, you have to put more energy in that. What about the responsibility, not the things letting go? I believe like it's oh my god. I I don't know what happened, and the audio comes from some way. And I believe like is important because like the philosopher Zeca Pagodinho like deixa a vida me levar, vida leva eu. I believe like it's not the way the life had to be living, and I believe like it's important like being responsibility and sometimes know what times you have to be more relaxed, just live the moment. But I believe like with balance that it could be more easier for your life and we can achieve the happy. That's the thing that we are trying to get and we are speaking today. So guys, I believe like we don't have enough time to more one question. And I want to know about you guys. What did you learn in this immersion, a new word, a new expression, uh, a new point of view about the topic? Brizola, go ahead, man.
Yeah. I liked the conversation. I was a little upset because I wanted to participate more, mas não estava conseguindo formalizar as frases para falar. But I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you very much for bringing up this topic. I like.
Thank you, Brizola. And don't be afraid about that. Like sometimes it's harder for me, like some immersions. I remember some immersions that I participate about talking astrology, and I'm not remember like how I can formulate the phrase and they try to express like what I want to talk. But it's totally normal. And like I said, the beginning of the immersion is some free space. If you don't remember some word and you want to talk in Portuguese, don't be afraid because our principal goal here is try to improve yourself. So with that, don't be afraid to make mistake, guy. And how about you, Rodrigo?
I like this conversation because this specific topic is a good topic for me. I have opportunity for the reflection for my life and a lot of things. I like this, and I opportunity for the improve my English and uh, the share my experience and the see the other experience too is I love this and understand the other persons talking with me and the other thinkings. I like you guys.
So guys, thanks for the opportunity. I put the survey on the chat if you want to suggest any topic or some counsel. Don't be afraid for do that. So guys, thank you and have a good night.
Pedro,
Bye.
the
Thank
link is the other immersion, I
Chat.
think.
Oh my god. Sorry guys. Just a second. I put the link of the Zoom. Sorry. Now
Yes.
the survey is correct. Sorry guys.
Great.